right? We the Hebrew Israelites, we come out week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of the wicked kingdom known as America, aka Babylon, the Great, the daughter of Babylon, prophesied in the Bible, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Egypt. Also, when you see Egypt, you know it's captivity. And the people that are promised redemption or salvation are the elect in the Bible, or the people on this sign, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, all right? The so-called Native Americans, Hispanic, and Negroes. And I'm going to read off the charts, all those people. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the West Indians. Levi, the Haitians. Simeon, the Dominicans. Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama. Ephraim, Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the Cubans. Gad, North American Indians. Reuben, the Seminole Indians. Naphtali, Argentina and Chile. Asher, Colombia to Uruguay. And Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. All right, these are the people that I just read that are promised salvation in the Bible and the Holy Scriptures. No one else on the face of the earth is promised salvation, and it's written in the Scriptures. All right, the Lord came and He died for Israel alone, and these Scriptures right here are filled with Bible and prophecies and dark sayings that are only revealed to Israel. All right, to His people, the elect. All right, we see a lot of stuff going on right now. We see all type of things in the news, all right? You got a president who lawyer paid off money, all right, to a so-called hooker, a porn star, all right? It might have been better if it was a hooker, but a porn star, I mean, it was just off the charts, all right? And actually paid money to him. So now, what they're doing is investigating if he used campaign funds to get money out of that to pay this porn star. You can no longer say that the president didn't know nothing about it. We can no longer say that the president, the offices of the presidency has been held in high regard ever since Obama released, had that bill where allowed gay marriages, okay, all across the 50 states, as well as transsexual and whatnot. So we definitely see that wicked and the demonic activity this presidential office is. Probably all of these cabinet members, such as Senate, Congress, government, lobbying, any form of the practice, the judicial, any part of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, the three main branches in government that makes up the United States, all right, is fully corrupted, all right, as well as the monarch and kingdoms and rulerships all across the world, all right? So we can see definitely, all right, that the Most High is coming back, and He's got judgment that He's going to relinquish on America, all right? This is Habakkuk chapter 2. It's full effect, man. A lot of y'all can't see, but it's about, 20-some-5, people out here going about their lives, enjoying the world, just had a meal, Mexican or whatever, all right? And they literally living it up, acting like there's not a worry in the world. But you're going to be held responsible in the highest form, according to thus saith the Holy Scriptures, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, okay? Habakkuk 2, and I'm going to go to verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. Woe to the person in the Scriptures, and especially to the people against the children of Israel, that establish and build a land, a life, a dynasty, an empire, a future, okay, on the backs, on the blood, on the sweat, on the conscience that their forefathers did these things to the so-called Native Americans, Hispanic, and Negroes. This place is not allowed to stand forever. There will not be generations upon generations that will thrive here in America. The Most High has a bone to pick all right, with America, aka daughter of Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, all right? Go up some more. It says, behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire of the people, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. All right, so it's really not it was the will of the Lord that the Hebrew Israelites, thus saith prophecy back in Deuteronomy, pay for being disobedient. It was such a very terrible disobedience that the Most High had no choice but to branch out and to put his word out and have prophecy against his children. But they're his children and he's the creator. He can do exactly what he wants to do, okay? And so based on his prophecy and the Most High's will, we actually had to drink a cup of non-stop beatings and rapings and hard labor and work, only to build up the very fabric of what people considered to have a strong nation, to be great again. All right? Just because allegedly so-called minority, black unemployment or whatever has risen, hey, that's nothing to trade in. It seems like these devils want you to trade in your appreciation that Pookie got a job, that Pookie get off his butt with a 40 and a do-rag and go out there and tinker on some cars or do something, and then we're supposed to be like, hey, all is forgiven. We won't even worry about it. That's not so, and the Lord didn't forget about it either. All right, because those same people that were that persecuted him and crucified him are the same people that are here today. All right, and he's actually gonna have vengeance upon them. The Lord can't wait. The Lord can't wait to have vengeance for his people. Okay. Verse 14, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Most High, Yabashim Yahushai, as the waters cover the sea. I'm going to go down to verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, makest him drunk. Also thou mayest look on their nakedness. Hey, so we can clearly see that the Most High, Salakia, that these other nations, they gave us this Babylon juice, right? Salakia gave us Babylon juice. Okay, told us, drink it up. You are these things. You are so-called African-American, colored. You are Mexican, Cherokee, Choctaw. Okay? And these things aren't the case. We are known as the children of the living power, the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the only ones that's promised salvation on this chart. No one else has promised salvation according to these scriptures. And the forefathers have to pay for what they did to our people. That's not something that we're just going to let go. You know, we're not going to let that go lightly. All right? So we're here wanting the will of the Lord to be done, for him to come back to redeem his people, put us back on that place that he wants us to be, where we're obeying the law, statutes, and commandments located in our book. And once we obey the law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High, the scripture says that he'll come back and he'll set us up where we need to be as heirs to the throne, prince and princesses. We're actually going to be rulers in the elite ruling class, while the ones that have had their fun and actually laughed at our iniquity and laughed at our sorrow, well, they're going to be the ones that are serving us in hunger and thirst, night, day. All right? They have to get paid back. It says, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, to put that bottle to him and make him drunk. So the philosophies are what the bottle is, or what the liquid is, that juice. And we've drank it all up. In the hopes to be important, accepted by this devil, in order to feel some way relevant, instead of disenfranchised whenever you go eat, buy products, have a life. We do anything so we can actually fit in to the mold that this base devil, actual most base devil has. So we give all thanks and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that. All right, which the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. All right. So we give all praise to the Most High, because we know, hey, it won't be too long. How many people in the cabinet members of the White House and of Congress are just getting subpoenaed left and right, getting indicted, federal indictments, collusion, all right, conspiracy, Russian payoffs, prostitution with porn stars, okay? They're guilty, and these are the same people that try to dictate a moral or ethical standard. How are you in any position to tell us what's right or wrong when you are the progenitors of murder? When your forefathers and you are the living descendants of murderers, rapists, and absolute people that deserve justice. All right? So in these scriptures contain words, prophecies, and wisdom to these people on this side, and only these people, so-called Native American, Hispanic, and Negro, which are the children of Israel in the Bible. All right? So we've lived off of the laws and the juice and the drunkenness and the wine that they've tried to give us, so we can subscribe to their philosophies, their ways of life, their dress. Look how many people in other countries, they go and they come here to America and they don't even wear their normal traditional outfits. People from India, they don't wear the saris or whatnot. People from Africa, they don't wear their traditional clothes. People in other countries subscribe to what America has. Exactly the wine that it tells you to drink, you drink it. All right? But soon all that's going to be done away with when the Lord comes back and puts our people back in the place where it's supposed to be. All right? Hey, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. And it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? That means that whoever physically went and held hostage us, they're going to go. Remember, this words are pertaining to our people, right? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Hey, that right there tells you, okay, that we are in good in all rights to have vengeance. Thus saith the Lord. It's holy. It's in the last scripture. People want to talk about love, but what about love? What about loving your neighbor and your buddy? Listen, we're not the ones that's going to take vengeance. It's the Most High that's going to take vengeance. And when he does, we'll be right there applauding, doing his work, all right, like we're doing right now, ready and eagerly chomping at the bit for Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to come back and put us in our place and actually teach these devils a lesson once and for all. Because you can't, and see, these people here taking pictures, but you can come ask a question. Only these people are promised salvation according to the scriptures. Nobody else. You could be on the slide, but the devil can't stand. All right? You can do whatever you can. All right? But you know, Esau is full of himself. All right? So, the scripture says that it's just like karma. Right? There's a restaurant here in town called Instant Karma. It's not instant for these people, all right? It's not instant for these devils right now. We call them devils because they're deceivers. We call them devils because, you know, get ready for destruction, you know. Hey, so listen, we call these people devils because they deceived our people. the Native Americans, Hispanic, and Negroes. So eventually, the Most High says, have faith, believe in the word, all right, and hold fast, all right. Hasten his coming, all right. Is what the scripture says. I already know I'm in a spot, but hey, I just love coming to this spot because there's a lot of traffic, people, restaurants on each side, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you're supposed to go, is to the Agorium, is to the marketplace. All right? So the scriptures of Revelation 13 says, this is the patience and the patience of the, let me read it again. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Meaning that we're holding fast, we're holding faith, holding firm, that the so-called Native American, Negro, and Hispanic people will actually get justice for the crimes of the forefathers of the people walking around today that think, well, that was in the past, forget about it. Something happened to your people, you would forget about it in a heartbeat. So why should we forget about it? The Lord doesn't forget about it. He's actually going to come, and he's going to, because we have faith for his return to put us where we're supposed to be. We're his actual favorite people on the whole earth. All right. So while people want to be us, all right, they hate us because they ain't us, but they love our culture. They love our music. They love sports, but they don't feel safe around us. How are you going to steal our swag but don't like us? Man, that's some true devils, man. That's some serious, you know what I'm saying? The most talented people on the face of this earth, you actually are fearful of. Okay? But actuality, it's righteous, because I think that's the conscience of the so-called white man or the other nations. They know that they're actually living in a place that was built on rape, rob, and murder. All right? So, thus saith the Lord in the scriptures, it's good. It's a good thing to recompense faith. Recompense vengeance, Salakia. You know, matter of fact, I'm going to get that. I believe that's in 1 Thessalonians. About that, it's a good thing to have faith on vengeance. Because there's nobody that's going to help us and save us and get us out of this situation, make us, you know, into redeem us from this oppressor, from these disgusting foods, GMO. All right, the clothes is not even full, 100% the fabric that you should be wearing. The medicines that they've got so many different side effects. So they never treat the problem; they just give you a temporary fix, while creating the health problem in the first place. All right. Hang on one second. I'm looking for that scripture. First Thessalonians. I don't know why I thought that was. All right. I'll come back to that. So, the Most High, I found it. That's the script. That's the thing. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Hey, well, that's it. Who troubles us? Who literally gives an evil eye toward us on a daily basis? Who doesn't raise a concerning eyebrow whatsoever about the trouble that happens to us? All right? This oppressor. Anytime the scriptures come out, they flee. Anytime they see a so-called black man speaking, they think it's beef. Now, we ain't got no beef, you know, but we are here letting the other nations and this reprobate, the wicked, we're letting them know that their time is up. All right? That the saints have been waiting for the Most High to come and redeem us, all right, to put us in our rightful place for a very long time, all right?